Welcome to the Standup Alice onboarding video for Google Chat users. In this video, we're going to show you how to get Standup Alice set up inside your Google Chat space. So the first thing that you need to do is get into your Google Chat area, and you're going to click New Chat. And if you don't already have a space, you're going to need to create a space. So I'm going to show you how to create one. If you've already got one, then perfect. We're going to call this one Acme World 3. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go into this space and we're going to add an app and integration. We're going to click on Add Apps and we're going to add Standup Alice. All right. Once Standup Alice is in, you're also going to need to have a couple of members. You need to have a few people to do your stand-up. So I'm going to add a couple of people from my organization. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come back over here and we are going to click Create Stand-Up. And that's going to create our first stand-up in Standup Alice. So it wants me to select my time zone here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Okay, and then I can configure my stand-up settings. That's going to log me into the web application for Standup Alice. And I can select the stand-up, and then I click the three little buttons here and I click Edit Settings. And this is where I'm going to have the option to modify the questions. So these are the three default questions. If you want to add more questions, you can add some more questions here. We do have a fun little random question feature, or you've got some different options for the types of questions that you can add. The schedule area is where you can configure how frequently you receive the prompts to complete your stand-up huddle. Edit settings. And then in the advanced tab is where you have a couple of additional options. If you need to pause one of these stand-ups, you can do it here. If you need to configure it for people who are in different time zones, you can set it up to where each person gets the prompt at 8 o'clock their local time. And if you want asynchronous report delivery, so if you just want the reports delivered when people finish them, you can choose async. And then you have a couple of options in how the questions are grouped together. If you're somebody who wants to just quickly see if any of your team members have blockers, you might want to group by question so you can quickly see the blockers. If you want to use Standup Alice in connection with a live meeting where people run through and answer or verbally share some of the things that are in their stand-up, you might do the group by user. Okay, so that's the setup. And then when you're inside of Google Chat, you're going to have the direct messages over here, and you're going to see Standup Alice. So you can click on that, and you can type in hi. And if you're a member of multiple stand-ups, Alice will prompt you for which one of those to complete, and then ask you the questions that are part of your stand-up. All right, and then once you're inside the actual channel, or spaces as they're referred to, you will see the responses that each of your team members gave and collected for you inside Standup Alice. All right, we hope you were able to get set up successfully with Google Chat on Standup Alice. We would encourage you to join the newsletter on standupalice.com and take a look at our Twitter and YouTube feed as well. Thanks. Have a great day.